Hello and welcome to the weekly Global Heartstream. I'm Gabriel Gonzalez, a professional coach, artist, and speaker who enjoys traveling the world, connecting with amazing people, and talking about the longest, most rewarding journey that you'll ever embark on, the 12-inch journey between your head and your heart. Through individual and group coaching programs, online courses, and live seminars, I teach a heart-centered approach to personal mastery, leadership development, and spiritual growth that helps people become the most loving, joyful, and powerful version of themselves. The Global Heartstream is a weekly dedicated space to help you reconnect with your heart, raise your vibrational frequency, and remind you just how powerful, loving, and amazing you already are. It's also an invitation to unify our hearts with the intention of bringing more love, compassion, and healing to a world that so desperately needs it. You can find out more about my work by visiting gabrielgonzalez.com, where you can also sign up for my weekly newsletter, join the Heart Leader community, and register for my upcoming seminars. And if you enjoy this Heartstream, please be sure to subscribe, like, or comment so that we can reach more people and help make this a more loving, compassionate, and heart-centered world. Hello and welcome to the Global Heartstream this beautiful Wednesday, the 28th of December, 2022. Just a few days before we transition into the new year. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Amanda. Welcome, Maya. Welcome, Danny. Welcome, Cindy, Irish, Mary Rinaldi Healing. And welcome those of you who are watching also the replay, who are arriving a little bit later. Welcome, everyone. I'm feeling a little nostalgic, I just realized as I was sitting in silence waiting for the intro to play out, I was thinking to myself, wow, this is the last broadcast of the year. This is the last one. And immediately I remembered when we started this series of broadcasts a little over 2 years ago in the middle of the pandemic, that we're born as a way to bring hearts together and to uplift our frequency, strengthen our immune system through the power of our hearts. And here we are. This has become an ongoing event or space. And I'm very, very, very grateful to each of you for your commitment. Those of you who watch the lives, those of you who are watching the replays, those of you who listen via the podcast and any other means, thank you so much for being here. Hello, Christoph, brother Gabriel. Thank you for being here. Hello, Native Cheek. Thank you for being here. How was your Christmas? How was your Christmas? I love it if you can share just a word or two about how your Christmas was. Or did you even celebrate Christmas? I know that a lot of people don't celebrate it. It's taken on different meanings for me over the years. And and for me, what matters really most these days is just the holy company I keep. The people I spend this very special and sacred time of the year. So today we're wrapping up a whole month of conversations we'll be having on this topic of the path of heart mastery. And today we're going to be speaking about conscious completion. And the guided meditation will feature a process to help us release and let go of anything that we don't want to carry forward into the new year. So let me ask you while you're at this, do you have a year-end ritual to help you complete the past year? Is there something that you do? I remember, years ago when I was living in Venezuela, we celebrated on the 21st of December, just in time with the solstice. We would burn like the year. We would burn all the negative. We would also burn and elevate through smokes all of our desires for ourselves, our family, our friends, and humanity at large. Do you have a ritual like that? I'd love to hear from you. Cindy's heart says she had a quiet Christmas. My brother Christoph said he had the flu, spending time in bed, which was very cleansing. So you're grateful for it. So you were detoxing. You began the detoxing process a little bit earlier. Remember that the flu, what we call the flu or the symptoms, is actually your body going into detox mode. Irish said, I hid away for 3 days and counted blessings and just was for a while. Yeah, it's nice to have to schedule time in your busy calendar to just be in a time where it's so busy and there's also so much external pressure. Not only that, also in the middle of the current conditions, when you look at the world, when you see what's happening geopolitically and economically, it can bring up certainly a tremendous amount of fear, uncertainty, and especially about the future. So more than any other time, it's important that we stay in our hearts. We stay in that middle place where we can find some peace, where we can reconnect with a higher truth, where we can see beyond the illusion that this world provides. And not only that, but also where we can tap into our innermost source of love, which is really one of the main reasons why yours truly is here today and every Wednesday. I'm glad that you gave yourself some time to do that. I want to remind you that if you find these guided meditations and weekly Heartstreams useful and you would like to express your appreciation, you're always welcome to make a donation by visiting my website. And please subscribe to this channel and make sure to receive notifications. And remember that by liking this video and interacting on this platform, you're helping me spread these live streams to other people who otherwise would not be able to know we even exist. Plus, whenever you're ready, I want to tell you about 4 ways that I can help you become the best, most loving and authentic version of yourself. First, you can enroll in the upcoming Heart Mastery course that begins on January 9th. This is the introductory level course for people that just want to learn the foundational principles and practices of heart-centered living. Or you can enroll in the Heart Warrior program. This is an actual live coaching program with me where we get to explore our shadows, or we can learn new tools for managing our emotions, transmuting our emotions and becoming emotionally strong and resilient, and also be able to communicate with other people from a much more loving and compassionate way. You can also, if you want to go take a really deep dive and you feel like you would like to work with me for 11 months, I'd like to invite you to join the next class of the Heart Leader Training Program. This is my 11-month advanced certified training program in heart intelligence coaching and small group facilitation and transformational leadership. All these things you can read more about on my website when you visit the area where I set courses. And then if you're new to my broadcast and haven't already done so, I want to let you know that last week we launched Heartstart. Heartstart is my year-end guide to help you review, reflect on the past year, and consciously complete it. And not only that, also to help you plan the year ahead, reconnect with your heart so that you can make new choices in 2023. This year's Heartstart comes as a free guide, which you can download by visiting my website, again, GabrielGonzalez.com. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper in this work, I offer 2 implementation workshops for an additional fee. Okay, you can again sign up for the Heartstart workshop and get the free guide by visiting my website. I will also be posting the link just below this broadcast to make sure you can access it later. All right, so on to today's topic, which is completing the year consciously. Let me ask you, what does that mean to you when you hear this term, conscious completion? What does it mean to you? It's a term that had been around for quite a long time, and it was made viral, I suppose. I guess that's the right expression, by Gwyneth Paltrow when she decided to divorce. What's his name? Chris Martin. She wanted to end their relationship from a loving and appreciative space. That's exactly what ultimately, what is the essence of conscious completion. And so the invitation during today, and this is the invitation also of the Heart Math, the Heart Start Guide, is to wrap up this year, not from a place of bitterness, not from a place of, oh, I can't wait for this year to be over. You know, how many times have you heard that? I hear a lot of people around me here in Spain, including some of my friends, including some of the people who are here live in this broadcast, saying, I can't wait for this year to be over. And what I believe is that the year can be over, but if you keep doing the same things that you have been doing this year, your chances are that next year is going to be very similar to this year. So it's very important that you may want to rephrase that, okay? Look at it from a different perspective. Okay, I can't wait, for example, to transcend my current set of circumstances. I can't wait, to transcend these problems so that they're no longer problems and to grow myself. Or I can't wait to develop the consciousness that will help me step up into the next level of my life. That is probably what you probably mean to say, because that puts the responsibility on you, the master of your life, the creator of your life experience, by the choices that you make, by the thoughts that you have, by the feelings that you have, by anything and everything that you put out into the field of consciousness. Remember that we live in what Michael Beckwith calls a return to sender universe. So whatever you send out comes back to you. All right, so you must begin this journey by taking full responsibility, looking at your current set of circumstances that you call the year, and see yourself at the source of it, okay, at the center, as both the cause and the effect of your current experience. And when you do that, something really very powerful begins to happen in your life. Mary Rinaldi saying, this year was awesome for me. I am so grateful. That's really wonderful, Mary. Nice to hear that. Okay, so conscious completion. What does it mean? Well, I pull it down a few notes that are actually from an article that I sent out to my newsletter subscribers earlier today. And this is how I defined it. Conscious completion means that you end something. It could be a relationship, it could be a year, it could be a process, it could be a stage of your life, anything. It could even be your life. Okay, if you're somebody that, that has been told you have very little time to live. I know this sounds like weird for me to be saying this, but there's a lot of people in hospitals everywhere who know that they have very limited time to live, and that every second counts. And one of the reasons they stay here longer is because they're struggle to complete this life. They can't really let go as a result. Conscious completion then means you end something from a place of appreciation, compassion, forgiveness, and love. And one of the ways you can do this is by having this real, very conscious conversation with yourself. It requires you to be conscious. It requires you to be very, very, very present. This is one of the things that's very different from other processes of completion. And you can do this in writing, you can do speaking to yourself if you're doing it with yourself. You do it also in the form of a prayer. In fact, the invitation today during the guided process would be to use some affirmations and prayer to do this. And your essence reflecting on these questions. This is obviously as it relates to this past year. Number one, can I appreciate the good and the bad that happened this year? And see it all as part of the lessons that I needed to learn? Can I let go of my judgments that what happened was good or bad, that the year was good or bad? Let it all go. And just see it as a series of experiences that I moved through during the year, that were here for my learning. And can I then appreciate what I learned? The second question is, can I feel compassion for myself and every person that I encounter this year? that I interacted with this year, and see beyond our personalities and recognize the innocence that lies behind each person. Remember that most people, and this I found to be true, most people don't get out of bed every day saying, "Oh, I'm going to hurt Irish. I'm going to break her heart. I'm going to squeeze Mary and I'm going to cause her pain." Most people are not doing that. Very few people actually wake up with the intention of hurting somebody else, but the majority of us are just simply trying to avoid pain. And we do things out of this innocent, very innocent belief that it will bring us happiness. Like, if I don't return this phone call, if I avoid my landlord, if I avoid this conversation, if I just send them an email or a message, SMS, breaking up, okay? Right? So that I don't have to feel the discomfort, the pain, the guilt, the shame, the anger, so that they don't ask me uncomfortable questions, right? The majority of people do all these things out of this very innocent belief that if I do this, I won't feel pain or I won't hurt the other person. When what often ends up happening is quite the opposite. By stonewalling somebody, by ghosting somebody, you actually create more trauma in that person than you would if you actually face them and told them, "Listen, I don't love you, I don't want to be with you," etc. So this is what this question is inviting you to look at. Can I see myself and other people through the eyes, through the lenses of compassion, and see the innocence behind me, behind other people? And then the third question is, can I fully forgive myself and others, let go of what no longer serves me, and begin to make new choices in my life? Can I do that? Can I make better choices once I let go of the old? This is really what this is inviting you to look at. Very powerful, super, super powerful questions. I'm noticing I'm running out of air here. Now, if you notice, this process may seem like a spiritual thing, but it's really more than just spiritual. It's human. It's not only human, but it's also ultimately loving, which is what I believe ultimately all forms of spirituality should ultimately lead you to. Should lead you to becoming a more loving, kinder, compassionate version of yourself. That's what we're here for, and to ultimately master or move along these 4 stages of heart mastery that I've been speaking about during the month. Just as a quick reminder of these stages, we're speaking not about static stages, but we're talking about stages of growth, development, and learning. And it's not about mastering, but it's really about making a commitment to not stop learning. This is the invitation that I was speaking about earlier, looking at everything that happened this year as part of your learning. Remembering that we all start at some level at this stage of the hermit, where we're living primarily out of our minds, running away from feelings, especially uncomfortable feelings. Eventually, we begin to wake up to the heart, start connecting with our bodies, our emotions, begin to see the interconnectedness of all of life. This is where empathy begins to grow. And then eventually we move into stage of the warrior, stage of the spirit, spiritual warrior, heart warrior, whatever name you want to give it. At this moment, we begin to dive deeper into our hearts, the process of cleaning up. More light, more love gets in. And then as a result, we are invited to then to release from our hearts or all unlovingness. And then as a result of that, we begin to establish a deeper connection with our own source. And then ultimately, we move into this stage of the heart leader or the leader, where we begin then to see and recognize the presence of divinity everywhere. And then as a result, we see everything that we do as being of service to the whole. So this is one of the reasons why, for example, in the heart leadership training program, we look at making goals or creating a vision that will be not only good for you, it will deeply impact and transform your life, but it will also be beneficial for your loved ones, your family, and for humanity as a whole. And if you downloaded already the Heart Start 2023 guide, you'll see there that there's a description in the guide where I speak about the importance of creating a vision for your life, setting up goals that are in alignment with these, with, this is called, in goal setting, it's called ecology. It's good for you, good for your family, good for your country, good for the planet type of thing. That's really what we're looking for. All right, so these are some more slides from the from sort of like the summary that we've been discussing over the past few weeks. I created a quiz on my website called the Heart Mastery Quiz that is designed to help you sort of find where you are along these stages. Are you in the stage of the hermit? You're still operating primarily out of your head, your mind, your intellect? Or are you operating more from the heart? Or are you now operating from a greater place of unity, right? There's more wisdom beginning to flow through you. Or are you at a place where you are now ready to become a channel for love, for example, creativity, to help create a better life for the people that surround you and for other people? This is the essence of what heart leadership, I believe, ultimately is all about, which is, as we've been discussing, really tuning in and tapping in into this place that I call your higher self, your divine self, your Christ self, your divine essence. All right? Because remember that when we begin to see the way we see ourselves, when we begin to change how we see ourselves, our life begin to change. And this is what I was alluding to earlier when I was speaking about how, your next year is going to be similar to this year unless you begin to make changes in yourself, unless you begin to align with this higher identity, with the better, more loving, kind, powerful, abundant, resourceful, amazing version of yourself. And this requires, as many of you already are familiar, this requires to let go of all these lower level emotions of anger, pride, grief, apathy, fear, desire, etc. Okay, it's important. I myself, for example, over the past week or so, I was overwhelmed by this wave of grief that came over me. This time of the year, it kind of comes in almost like the season. Why? Well, I'm a person that, like many of you, have lost a lot of people that I love. I lost my father when I lost my father when I was 19. Then my brother just 2 years after that. Then a girlfriend that I had just also a year after that. My later years, just only 12 years ago, I lost my mother, I lost my sister. And so this time of the year, when I see the little children and going around and then discovering, because it's now their turn, to discover Christmas and to play in the snow and to have fun, I remember, right, what it was like to be that age. And I remember people who are no longer here. And then that grief also puts me in touch with other grief, which is one of the things that happens along the path. Remember that every time that you grieve, you're not only grieving for what just left, you're also grieving for all those people, all those things that you've let go throughout the years, and that for whatever reason, you did not give yourself permission to feel. So the way to do that is not by distracting yourself from the grief. It's not by saying happy affirmation and putting on a happy face. Okay. It's just by really being with the grief, allowing the grief to move through you. Because I promise you, what really creates these harmonies in our bodies, what really creates sickness and disease, are primarily our emotions. And not so much feeling the emotions, but actually our unwillingness to be with these emotions. So instead, what do? We do all kinds of things to run away from feelings of loneliness, from our void, our own darkness, our sadness, our grief. And so we entertain ourselves to death, or we drink ourselves, or we have a lot of stimulants and coffee, or we turn to drugs, or we turn to social media, or we turn to sex and pornography. Those were two of the favorite places where I used to find comfort from uncomfortable feelings. And so what you want to do then is to be present to your feelings. Okay, being present to your feelings actually is not going to kill you. but running away from them will, because again, these these things that we normally do to run away from our feelings is ultimately then what creates disease in the body, the overeating, the overconsumption. All right. And so the nature of it, even though it may seem kind of weird and counterintuitive, it's primarily emotional. Okay. Primarily emotional. Hence why we're here doing this work. Hence why we're here strengthening our hearts. Because your heart is the seat of your emotional system. So the stronger your heart is, the more then you can embrace these emotions that come over you. Especially during times like these when there's an increased frequency of the vibrational love in the planet, and then grief rises up to the surface only so that it can be healed, only so that it can be transcended, only so that the sun can rise the next day and you can say, wow, that was a heavy wave of grief I just moved through, but now I'm over it. Now I'm going to dance and welcome the rise of the sun, the beginning of the new year, and put my intentions and my hopes in creating something new, in creating a new stage of my life, which is really the space that I would like to invite you to join me in, or to visit with me. One where you're operating more and more and more and more from your higher self, from your best self. Because remember that this part of you that I call sometimes your Christ self or your Buddha self, your divine essence, it ultimately is the part of you that is always connected to the infinitely loving heart of God. It's a part of you that is also connected straight into the truth, into the source of all love. All right. And the more you do that, the more you begin to draw or summon these forces, bring them into not just your physical body, but you bring them into your personality, into your life, until you become a channel, as St. Francis would say, for God's peace, for love, for joy. Okay, this is what ultimately the prayer of peace that is attributed to St. Francis of Assisi, Lord Kutumi, ultimately is all about. And remember, that is part of the stage, well, stage 4, I would say, where you begin to then act as a channel and begin to then serve the totality through that, through everything that you do. All right, so here are this week's affirmations. We'll go through it one time like we normally do, just so that we can kind of like allow the left brain to become familiar with them. And then once we're in our hearts, once we're in this vibration of love and appreciation and peace, then we can speak them from that greater place of power. All right, so please place a hand over your heart and repeat after me. I am grateful for all the positive things this year has brought me. I bless every person and every interaction and all the lessons learned. With compassion in my heart, I forgive the past and I forgive myself. The Christ in me is now transmuting all negativity and bitterness in my heart. I turn the page of time and let bygones be bygones. It's all behind me. I am at peace where I am. My life is unfolding according to God's plan. With joy in my heart, I now welcome new possibilities for my life. Take a deep inhale into the heart. And let out. Once again, deep inhale into the heart. And one last time. Deep inhale into the heart. And exhale. Beautiful. Please close your eyes if you haven't already done that, finding the most comfortable position right there where you are. If it's possible to have your feet firmly on the ground, please do that. And take a few moments to return to this present moment, this here and this now. Giving yourself permission to, for the next minute, to be present with every breath and each heartbeat. We begin now to intentionally breathe into the heart. Breathing slowly, deeply, and evenly so that the inhale and the exhale are approximately the same length. As thoughts arise, we welcome them. We're not trying to change our thinking. We're not trying to stop the thinking. We're just simply allowing what is to be. Choosing to be here and now with thoughts, with every physical sensation, with feelings, and everything else that might be unfolding within us or around us. Now, we give ourselves permission to feel gratitude and appreciation for this breath, this heartbeat, this moment. And everything that it took to get here to this moment in our lives. Think for a moment, where were you a year ago? What was happening in your life back then? What were some of the challenges that you were facing exactly a year ago? Take a moment to feel gratitude that you're here, that you've had one more year of life and new experiences. And especially bring into your mind's eye those people that throughout this year have been part of your support team. The people who have offered you their heart, their ears, their presence, their smile. Allow this feeling of gratitude and appreciation to open your heart even more. As you also bring into your mind's eye the people that you helped, the people that you supported, the people that you gave yourself to, people that you gave your ear, your presence, your heart, your love, your compassion. See, feel, and imagine this energetic exchange of love, gifts, gratitude flowing between you and all these different people, and see it happening also all around you and out there in the world. For there are so many wonderful, amazing, loving, kind people in the world, selflessly helping others, giving to others. As there are many who are courageously asking for help, opening to receive. Knowing that the giving has been in the receiving, and the receiving has been in the giving, and as the Course of Love reminds us, giving and receiving are one. As you continue to visualize and feel this exchange and feel gratitude in your heart, allow me to pray on your behalf. In the name of the Father, the Divine Mother, in the name of the Son, and in the name of the Holy Spirit. In the name of the I Am Presence and Holy Christ Self of everyone here today and speaking on their behalf, I connect and unify my heart to the infinitely loving heart of God, knowing that where I am, God is, and where God is, I am. I am one with the heart of God. I am one with the love, the wisdom, and the power of God's heart now beating inside my heart. Divine gifts of love flowing into my heart, healing and restoring my heart and my heart rhythm. Divine harmony straight from the heart of God, harmonizing my body, my hormones, my glands, all organs, all functions of my physical body working in perfect harmony and order. Divine light from the heart of God illuminating my soul, guiding my decisions, my choices, my actions here today and always. I am grateful for this connection. I'm grateful for this feeling of unity that exists in, with, and all of life. I feel gratitude for every person in my life. Remembering that I exist in unity and in relationship. Therefore, I allow my heart to open with a deeper, greater sense of gratitude for my friends, for my family, for my loved ones. I give equally thanks for all the experiences of this past year, knowing I've learned more about myself and about God as a result of them. In the name I am that I am, I declare I am here to learn who I really am. I am here to reveal more of God in me and therefore to know God in me, through me, and as me. I give thanks for the many miracles that took place this year, divine encounters, new friendships that were forged and made. I give thanks for the opportunity to travel, discover new places and new ways of being. I give thanks for having had my heart broken, for those periods of emotional unrest, for the depression and the sadness that overcame me, for I have emerged stronger as a result. With an open heart, I summon the light of Christ to now heal, transmute, and dissolve within me all of that which no longer serves me. All of that whose time has run, that I may turn this page of my life and move into the new with a new awareness, with a new identity in Christ, in love, in truth. I let this love in, I welcome it. I let this light in, let it shine in me. letting it dissolve within my heart, all bitterness or sense of bitterness, all grief and sadness, all emotional pain, and all fear. That it may be dissolved by the power of God's love. That it may be transmuted by God's grace. As I forgive myself, forgive others, and forgive life. Declaring now this past cycle done and complete. Feeling eager, hopeful, and enthusiastic about this new beginning. For with every death comes rebirth, new life, new joy, new adventures, new relationships, new perspectives. I let this light of excitement shine in my heart. I let the light of love return me to my true self. From the state of deep reverence and unity with all of life and with the heart of God, I now declare. Please repeat after me. In the name of divine love and truth, in the name of my Christ self, I declare. I am grateful for all the positive things this year has brought me. I bless every person and every interaction and all the lessons learned. With compassion in my heart, I forgive the past and I forgive myself. The Christ in me is now transmuting all negativity and bitterness in my heart. I turn the page of time and let bygones be bygones. It's all behind me. I am at peace where I am. My life is unfolding according to God's plan. With joy in my heart, I now welcome new possibilities for my life. And so it is, and it is so. Amen. For the next few moments, remain in your heart and allow this feeling of gratitude and appreciation for all that has come, for all that has been learned, for all that is now bygone, to radiate out to your friends and to your family, to every person here in this virtual circle. See it, feel it, going out all the way around your town, your neighborhood. See it flow, flying out like birds everywhere in your country, in your continent, and around the world. Let it flow and go out to people who are lonely, who are experiencing disease, pain, and suffering. Let it flow and go out where it's most needed. Beloved presence of God, thank you for the gift of this life. Thank you for the many blessings that were received and given throughout the year. Please help us fully, wholly, and completely release the past that we may move forward in Christ, in love, in truth. That we may build a new world, a new life, new habits, a new awareness from the new and not from the old. May it be the Christ within each and every one of us that guides our decisions, our choices, our actions. That we may experience greater health, wealth, joy, happiness, abundance, prosperity, and joy. For this and more, we're infinitely grateful and thankful, and we let it be. And so it is, and it is so. Amen. As we're wrapping up our time together here today, let me ask you, what do you need to do to feel complete with regards to the past year? Is there something you feel compelled to do, someone you feel compelled to call, something that you feel it's important for you to do? Like Irish, for example, was sharing with us earlier today that she hid away for 3 days. So she needed just time for herself. What do you need? What do you need to feel complete? What do you need? It's a very powerful question to take with you over the next few days. That you may create the new from the new and not from the old, remember. We now come back fully to the present moment awareness as we open our eyes. Give ourselves permission to look around us, and we'll look inward as well. Take a moment to notice how we're feeling, if anything shifted, if anything's different. What new insights, realizations, or awarenesses that you're taking away with you? Powerful. I wish we could stay here longer. You know, in my ideal world, after one of these online gatherings, I would love to be like surrounded by you all and have like some coffee, tea, eggnog, glue wine, why not? Things that you normally drink in wintertime when you want to be cozy. And some carrot cake or some sweets to share, and have the opportunity to hug everybody and share a little bit more. Yeah, it's one of the things that we normally do when we sit in ceremony in a circle after we've gone through almost like a sense of death and rebirth together. We'll hug, kiss each other, hold each other, strengthen each other. And it's a really beautiful way. That's how conscious completion kind of happens in the ceremony. And then the next day, we have the opportunity to also share more about the journey that we went through and find that place of love and appreciation. So notice that by me asking you, what are you taking away from our time together, week after week, it's my way also inviting you to do some conscious completion. So I want to take a moment as we're wrapping up our time together just to thank you once again for your commitment, your willingness to be here, your participation every week after week after week. It means the world to me. Remember that we co-create this together. So thank you. Thank you for also, allowing me to be the guide into your own heart. Place of inner truth and inner love and wisdom within you. When we see each other again a week from today, it's going to be a new year. And so with a new year comes a new month, and a new month comes a new theme. So next month, we're going to be really moving into the heart of leadership. And the theme for January is going to be the heart of the leader. Every talk, every conversation will be exactly about that. If you would like to receive email notifications about upcoming Heartstreams, please visit my website where you can subscribe to my newsletter and also sign up to receive notifications 30 minutes before we go live. Also, if you find my guided meditations, weekly Heartstreams, and other offerings useful and would like to express your appreciation, you can always make a donation in my website. And then finally, please remember that this Christmas. There's a very special Christmas gift waiting for you. This is the Heartstart 2023 guide. I think I saw a comment from Mary earlier saying, what did she say? She said the Heartstart 2023 guide is wonderful. I'll be attending the workshops as well. Thank you, Mary. I look forward to seeing you. The workshop begins tomorrow, so you'll need to sign up today or tomorrow before we begin. Thank you for that. Okay. Let's see some of the comments that came in. Hey, and Marie. And Marie says, thank you for facilitating all of this. I'm grateful. You're very welcome, and Marie. Deborah says, can that death and rebirth be done over the internet for those who can travel? Who can travel? I think there is a will, there's a way. Yeah, absolutely. I think so too. I agree with you. Shai says, I feel like I need to feel more enthusiasm and inspiration in my life. Thank you for your Heartstreams. You're welcome. You're welcome, Sky. Danny in Romania says, thank you, Gabriel, for your work and generosity. I wish you Happy New Year's, full of love, joy, and peace. Happy New Year's to everyone. Thank you. Catalina over in Texas says, lol, y'all. Hope you all had a wonderful holiday weekend. Thank you, Gabs. Great meditation. Feeling very complete and rejuvenated. Great. Cindy's heart says, I feel a real sense of peace and renew. Quiet joy for life now. Thank you, Gabs. Shelly wishes everybody a blessed new year. Leila says, thank you so much. With love and compassion, many blessings. Iris says, I think it's intention, Deborah. Yeah, she's replying to Debbie's comment. Yep, I agree. Crystal feels aligned. Amanda says, thank you. Please forgive me if I miss your messages. Suddenly there was a lot of messages coming in. Oh, Native Cheek says, this is very grounding. I needed this. Yeah, we all needed this, especially this time of the year where it's very easy to become ungrounded. All right, my beautiful friends, thank you again. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're planning to do over the next few days, please remember these are very special times. Every second, every day, every hour counts. So use it to nurture yourself. Use it to spend time with the people that you love. Use it to visualize the future that you would like to create, the future that you would like to live in. Use it to reconnect with your own source of divinity. Use it as an expression of love for yourself, for the people that you care, for the people of the world. Remember, these are times in which it's incredibly needed. That's it for this week. Have a very beautiful and happy and wonderful New Year celebration. And I look forward to seeing you next week, same time. We'll be starting a new month, new topic, new conversation. And obviously, if you're part of the Heartstart 2023 process, I'll be seeing you in the workshops that we're going to be doing. Until the next time, I send you all of my love from my heart to yours. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for joining me in this week's Heartstream. I hope you're walking away feeling more connected to yourself and your divinity, to the planet, to others, and to all of life. Please be sure to subscribe so that you can receive notifications about upcoming broadcasts. And if you would like to sign up for my weekly newsletter, join the Heart Leader community, or register for my upcoming trainings and seminars, be sure to visit my website, gabrielgonzalez.com. Until the next time, please take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. And as always, I send you all my love from my heart to yours. Bye for now.